how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a wonderful rainbow and unicorn and ice cream sorbet delicious type of day today. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Gabe and this is Gabe Loves Makeup, and we are so glad to have you here. And when I say we, I mean you as in me as in you, because this channel is as much yours as it is mine, and we welcome you here with open arms, and we're so glad to have you. So you know, pull up a chair today and grab a snack and grab a glass of wine, a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, because guess what? We're going to be playing with Miss Denona's brand new pastel palette today. So hence the pastel, hence the rainbows and unicorns and the sorbet, because we're going to be digging in this palette today. I'm going to be showing you swatches. We're going to be doing a little bit of a tutorial on this video with a Natasha Denona tutorial. So if you guys are interested to see what I come up with, you know, then stick around and let's find out together. Man, I'm excited for this palette. I'm really super excited about this palette. If you guys have been following me, you know that I've been excited since Natasha, well, actually it was leaked. But since it's been leaked, I've been all over it. I'm really excited because you guys know I love color. I love pastels. I love anything bright. If you want to go straight to the final, because there I will have what other palettes I recommend that are kind of similar, or palettes that you can actually compare or use with this one. If you want to go to my final thoughts on what I think of the palette, you know, whether it's worth buying or not, you can just click on straight to the end, because we're going to be going through a little bit from here on out. I have seen so many reviews on this, and I've tried my best, because I never normally try to watch a lot of reviews because then it makes my opinion kind of biased. But it's a Natasha Denona palette. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's a Natasha Denona palette. It's beautiful. It's pretty. I mean, you know, what else? I mean, you know, I'm going to still do swatches and stuff up here. I'm going to let you guys see it, what the palette looks like inside the box, out everything, because I did that previously. So you guys can see live swatches of it. It swatches beautifully. It's just it's a pretty palette. You know, but with that said, you know, there's a lot of people, I've seen a lot of different people do makeup with it. And you know, I've seen a lot of similar looks with it. So I felt like we should do something that I've seen Miss Denona do. So she actually got a video up right now. It's called How to Pastel Winged Out Cat Eye Look. Introducing the new palette. It is on here on YouTube. I'm sure she's probably posted it up on Instagram too. But if you guys want to check it out, I will link it right up here at the top. Unfortunately, I don't really know how to clip things in with things yet, and then I'm afraid of copyright and everything, so I will be doing it. I will be watching some of the video, because the video is like a minute, so it goes really quickly. But I'm going to show you guys what colors is going to be used in the palette from it, you know, and if you kind of want to like follow along with me and just you're going to need the shade, this is the shade Bubble, you're going to need this shade Bora, you're going to need the shade Starlet, then you're going to need the shade Tool, then you're going to need the shade Duet, then Illusion, and Bellini. And you're also going to need a liquid black liner and a liquid and more of a really creamy black pencil. I'm going to be using the shade, this is Daphne, and I'm going to be using the Feony lip gloss. In the video, she uses the Feony liner with a Feony lipstick. I don't have the Feony lipstick, I have Daphne, so I thought I would do the gloss over the lip liner. I thought that'd be really pretty. And then also she uses the Love Cheek Duo, which actually has the cream blush in it and it has the highlighter, so we will be using that as well. So anyway, that is pretty much it. I've got a mascara on my lashes. That's it, just so I can see where I'm going to be putting it, because my eyes, again, are not as big and pretty as the model's is. So we're going to see how this goes. I'm really nervous. I'm a little nervous about it. I've got the video here on my computer. I have it turned down because I just don't want any copyright problems. So I'm not going to be having the sound up. So I would just be telling it as I go with it. But again, the video I'll link down below, as well as, you know, earlier. So that way you guys can check it out and watch it yourself, because it's only about 2 minutes long. So it's not very long, but it's a really beautiful video. The music's really beautiful in it. The model is gorgeous. So, I mean, I definitely recommend recommend that you watch it. But anyway, let's get started. Okay guys, so I have this pulled up on YouTube and I have the video down here. So I'm going to be watching it kind of like, and kind of going step by step with you on this. So we're going to take Bora, we're going to take Bubble. Bora, listen at me, I'm gonna take Bubble. I'm already like messed up already. I'm gonna take Bubble on an O2 brush. I'm gonna do a Refer brush. She does a little bit more of a flat brush, kind of almost is what it looks like, but she starts right in here. So we're gonna go right in here and place this one right here. So it just kind of goes right there. And just kind of like really build it up a little bit right there. Ooh, that's so pretty. That's beautiful. Such a beautiful color. You can really build it up too. It's really pretty. That is really beautiful. That is so pretty. So far so good. So now we're gonna take it up underneath and we're gonna draw it up, and we're gonna draw it up. She draws it up past the brow, up to the brow. So we're gonna try this and see what it works like, cause I don't know, but we're gonna try. So we're gonna do it with the same brush, and we're gonna take it and just kind of like draw it up, like really drawing it up to the brow. I just let you know that I'm doing a different type of a lighting situation right now. I'm just playing with it, but it may get a little darker and I might have to turn on my boxes. I don't have my boxes on, but this is what we're kind of doing. So far we're here. Now we have to go on the top and then connect the top with the same color with the bubble. Okay, so this is what we're kind of looking like. So I know it's looking a little crazy because she does that like in so many steps, but this is what it's looking like so far. We're gonna attempt. The key word is attempt. We're gonna attempt to go into the shade Bora. And it is like that really pretty, it's that really pretty purple. It's like a really pretty purpley color. And we're gonna go in, I'm gonna pat my brush really good with it. And then we're supposed to go on the top here. Like that. And then take it and wing it up underneath. Really cool wing. That's really cool. I feel like I'm in the 80s, guys. It feels so much fun. Okay, that's really cool. I like that. As you can see, the liner with the liquid or the within. And it's a little different too because my eyes are not as pretty as the model's is, because her eyes are bigger and mine are not. But I mean, but it's not bad. It's looking pretty good. This is where we're at so far. So my one eye is a little wonky than the other one. So when I do liquid liner, it's a balance that I have to do because one of my eyes is a little bit bigger than the other one. One is more closed, one is more open. So it's a little more difficult for my eyes. But this is where we're at so far because I figured by the time I get false lashes and stuff, it's going to balance itself out. But I had to go in my Scott Barnes brush in the Bora color, and I had to work with the Bora color a little bit more to build up to get a little bit more, I felt, of the pigment that she did. I don't know if she wet it or not, or she really dug into it, but it just took me a hot minute to build it up, but I got it there. So now we are there. We are ready to go. So now we're ready to go into the shade Scarlet. I'm going to take my Refer number 12 brush, and I'm going to take it and we're going to go into Starlet. And I'm going to dust off a little bit, and we're going to go right in here. We're going to build that up right over top of where the line is. I'm going to build it in right there. You should take that right there just to build that up a little bit and kind of blend it in with that. Ooh, that's pretty. I think I'm really, by the time we get all this together, I think I'm really going to love this look, I think. It's really, I feel like it's really pretty. It's been a little bit of a challenge because of my eyes, but it's really coming together. But that is really beautiful. Down on the lid a little bit. So she brings it down the lid a little bit right here. Down right here. And there. Oh, that's pretty. That is so pretty. Underneath, and she built it all the way across over here. So she starts to build it into that color. Ooh, that's pretty. Just like that. And don't worry, we haven't cleaned up yet, but that's kind of like what we're looking like. Scarlet color, starlit color was really pretty. I call it scarlet, but it's starlit. It looks really, really beautiful. It's building very, very nicely. Wow, that's so pretty. I'm going to take the shade Tulle, and I'm gonna go in with my Refer number 13 brush, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna start building that into the crease and building it up here together over top of that to build it up a little bit. So going back in with my Scott Barnes brush, and this is in his number 59 brush, like a little bit of a liner brush. We're gonna go back into Bora again, and we're gonna deepen the outer crease a little bit more. So now we are going to into the shade Duet. And I'm gonna take, and this is what Duet looks like that. And we are going to take Duet and we are going to place it right here, here. And she really packs it on there too. It looks like in the video she just barely touches it, but it looks like she really, really gets in there. Ooh, that's beautiful. So now I'm gonna take my Refer 01 brush and I'm gonna dip it in the shade Illusion. And we're gonna go right in here with Illusion and really build up that inner corner. Ooh, that's pretty. So now I'm gonna go into the shade, it's Bellini, a little bit more Bellini. It's like that really pretty soft peach shade. And we're gonna take Bellini right in here, up underneath right there. So she takes it right here. Up it right there in the middle. Okay, so now we're gonna take the shade Airy, and so we went up underneath here, and then kind of went back, traced it back over again of where we kind of did what we did earlier, and you have like a little bit of a gap there, and then a little bit of a gap here. So it's kind of like leaving a little bit of space in between, but I feel very 80s, very rock 80s. So now we are ready to move on to the next step. So we're going to use my Urban Decay 24/7 because I do not have a Natasha Denona actual pencil, but we're going to go in with it, and we're going to go in the waterline across, and then we're going to go up underneath like so here, and then start blending it underneath like there too. So basically it's all the way around underneath the waterline. So it looks just like that, and you take just a little bit right there, and we went all the way in, and it looks really pretty. Make sure we get all the ducks so we don't see any of that. Wow, that's so pretty. With the pastels and then with black lashes. Oh my God, it looks so gorgeous. And then with the liquid, oh, it's gonna look that pretty. Ah, I'm so excited. With the black liner on, so what are we thinking so far? So far, so good. It looks really pretty. I'm gonna get ready. I'm probably gonna have to turn my lights on soon because it's starting to get a little bit darker outside. So, but I'm kind of liking it in this light. I think it's very kind of relaxing. I'm kind of enjoying it. So now for the super fun part is the liquid liner. So it's like if I mess this up, it will mess up the whole thing. So basically you have to take it across and you have to take it like down through in between the pink or right around in between there. So I am going to try to do this on camera. I don't know if I can do a little, I'm gonna try a little bit on camera and then we'll see what happens. Wow, that was pretty easy. Wow, that was really nice. Wow, okay. So I'm gonna finish doing the other eye and I will come back on and we will have lashes and then we will finish out the rest of the look. Look how beautiful it turned out. How pretty is this look? First of all, I'm really shocked at myself that I can even do it. But it looks so pretty. It looks beautiful with lashes and everything. It looks so stunning, doesn't it? It looks so pretty. It's definitely a dramatic look. I mean, definitely more of a dramatic look, but look how pretty, the precision and everything. It looks so good. I'm so proud of myself. I can't believe I did it. I went ahead and did my Natasha Denona lip liner and the Daphne, and I did the Fiona gloss over it. So I went ahead and did that. But we are gonna do this together. I'm gonna make sure that you have to warm up a little bit her blushes a little bit. So I'm going to warm it up a little bit on the pan just to make sure that it's warm. And I'm going to take I'm going to take my sponge and we're going to go through here and we're just going to tap that along my cheek line, a little bit up in here. Because she gives her like a little bit all right through here. And that looks so beautiful. And I mean, you know me, I like a little bit on my nose. And this color, this peachy color in here, or it looks pinky, but on me, it turned a little bit more on the peachy side, which I'm not mad about. I used to not really like this. And then I've really gotten to where I've gotten used to it and I really like it. It is a really beautiful product. The only thing is you got to really warm it up with your finger because when you first get it, it's really hard. Like you don't feel like you get anything off of it. So you really have to kind of like warm it up a little bit. But it is a really beautiful cream to powder, like pretty blush. A bit of the highlighter. So she took it up a little bit above the bow. Of course, she did it before the lips. So I'm gonna take a little bit here underneath, down the nose here. And you know, because I love this highlight. This highlight is so pretty. So I'm gonna run the highlight all up underneath there to really make sure that we accent the shadow in a little bit right through here and down here, a little bit here, and all the way up under here. I love this. So this highlighter is absolutely gorgeous. Look, so what do you think? It's really beautiful, isn't it? It's so pretty. I can't believe it. The eyes look great. It looks so good. The liner is on point. I love it. I love the shadows. They're really, really beautiful. The lip, everything, it looks really beautiful. So this is a beautiful overall look. So thank you, Natasha, for this gorgeous look. So now let's go over to my final thoughts. With a little bit more brighter setting so you guys can see what it looks like in the more brighter light. It still looks really, really beautiful. I'm still really proud of myself. So what do we think of this palette, guys? So all in all, I think this palette is really, really beautiful. You know, for $65, I mean, it is a beautiful layout of the Natasha Denona colors. I mean, I will say, that, you know, building them up the way that she did in the video. I know that, but you guys can look right here if you can see. I really had to dig in Bubble and really had to dig into the Bora color, because when I was doing it to make really more of the line to really build it up, she didn't say anything in the video about it being wet or anything. But I tried it a little wet, but I still felt like it did better dry, because these are a little bit more of those cream to powder type formulas. But it eventually did build up. You just had to really build it up a lot. And this is with my Scott Barnes brush. You can see how much I had to really dig into it to actually get this kind of a pigment or a little bit more intense. You do have to build it up a little bit, but it will get there, but you do have to build it up a little bit. This color Airy here is so beautiful. It shows up really well. I was really shocked with that one. And so does the Bellini. The Bellini does a really pretty job. It's very soft. It's very pretty. The only thing I will say about this palette, though, is it's really good for, somebody that loves these colors, first of all. Next of all, you would have to love this kind of a story, or maybe you're looking for something that you've got a lot of neutrals and maybe you want to add little pops of color in with your neutrals that you have, which I have some ideas in just a minute I'm going to show you. But I think it would be a great, I think this is a great addition palette. So if you are new to Natasha Denona, I probably would not pick this palette up. I would go with another palette. I would go with maybe the Glam palette, or I would go with maybe more of the Retro palette. I would do something on that end. Or if you're picking up two of them, maybe you could pick this one up as a second one to add in addition to one of those. So if you want pops of color, you want to add a little bit of something in, I think it would be a great additional palette. Unless you're just absolutely in love with these kind of colors, I don't think it's something that you absolutely have to have. Her formulas are beautiful. All of the shades are gorgeous. This color shade Illusion is really, really beautiful. Tulle is a very pretty color. It's a little bit more pigmented than I thought, and so was the shade Starlit. It's a really beautiful color. It's got this really beautiful coralish kind of a reddish tone to it. It's really pretty. The Illusion is just gorgeous. It's really beautiful. I didn't get to play with Feather, or Duet is beautiful too. It's really pretty, and so is Dainty. I didn't get to play with any of the greens or the yellow or Adriatic. I didn't get to do that one either, or Mint Frost. I didn't get to do that one either. That will be for another color story, but I felt like I got to play with we played with quite a few of them. We played with 10 out of the 15 too, so we played with quite a bit of them, but it is a really beautiful palette, and then you might want to wait too. It might go on sale when Sephora does their sale, so you might be able to get a discount with it. I know sometimes when she does palettes, if they're newer, she won't let them include that in with the sale, but it's a possibility that you could definitely get this on sale too. And if you're gonna get 20% off of it, then it may be a little bit more worth it for you if this is something you want to play with. But let's go into some other palettes that I think that might be comparable to this palette. So I'm gonna hold them up kind of side by side. So this is the Natasha Denona, the Circo Loco palette. I would call it the wrong thing. So these colors are great because they're a little bit more deep. They've got a little bit more definition to them, so they're a little more rich. Where these are more lighter. So if you see, they'd be a great companion palette. So if you wanted to do like Dainty or Feather or some of them in with like a shade like this, or maybe a pink like that, or maybe one of the lighter, like the Cotton Candy, that would be really beautiful to mix together too. So this would be a great addition to this palette. If you already have it, it would be nice to kind of add on to it. And then we're going to go into the Retro palette. So excuse my palette and the inside of it. She's a little bit of a mess. But if you got like all these really pretty mauves and these really pretty pinks, but if you want a little pop of color, and if you want to do like a little bit of the mint in with like maybe one of the softer plums, or if you want to add in a little bit more of a softer plum in with the pink, or if you want to add a little bit of the yellow in with it, that would be really pretty with some of the browns. If you want to mix those in, you want to add a little topper over top of something just to give it a pop. This would be great to go with it too. And then of course the Glam palette, which is it's got a lot more of your neutrals. So this is a very neutral palette, but you've got a lot of cool tones in here. So anything cool in here, like a pink, or maybe even the peach in here would be beautiful. The green would be beautiful with some of these shades over here. So you could really mix and match with this to give you the pops of color, but still give you some of the neutralness. So you're not getting the whole cotton candy type unicorn slash type look on your face if you don't want to walk around with maybe these kind of colors on you, unless you're just bolder and you like color and you like it to stand out a little bit more. But now, another one that I was going to throw up against is the Rose Quartz palette by Huda Beauty. Now, if you have the Mercury Retrograde palette, I've seen other people mention that one. That one is a little similar to this one, and if you have those colors in your Mercury Retrograde palette, I don't think you really need to pick this up because they're very, very similar in the Huda line. But this is kind of a little bit of the Rose Quartz palette, so there's a little bit of there's a lot more neutrals in this one. So you can make the pops of color in with this, give you a little bit more if you want a little bit more like this, like, purple here, a little bit of the green here mixed together. That would be really pretty. You can kind of mix and match them and kind of make your own story. The same thing with the Love palette. So this is the Love palette. So you've got a lot of, pinks and stuff in here, but you've got more lighter shades in this one. So if you wanted to mix and match some of the more of the pinky, the reds in there with it, it would look really beautiful together too. So the options are the limit with this one. You can do all kinds of stuff with this one. I think a lot of people would feel more safe with having more of a neutral base or something with a little bit more brown to it, or maybe a little bit more of a black base first, and then eventually go in with a little pop of a mint or a little pop of purple. I think doing a story like this, you have to be a very bold color person to want to wear these just all the time, but they are really beautiful. And just remember too that when you do say for example you want to do the mint, like this mint shade, or maybe this shade here, it's a color statement. So when you do it, you just want to apply it on the lid, maybe a little bit of a liner and mascara, or just on the lid, and don't do it all over, just up to the crease, and just mascara, and then do a really pretty lipstick, and then that's it, or lip gloss, and that's all you need. You don't want to do it. This is a statement piece, guys, so just keep that in mind that you're making more of a fashion statement with this. So when you are using these kind of colors, it is making a statement. So remember, when you are doing it, you want to keep that focus on that point. I wouldn't really go bananas and go, oh my God, I need it, everywhere. You just keep it in a point, because this is definitely showing off a lot of the colors. This is almost on the border of it's really that really sultry, dramatic look. But but if you didn't want to go this route, this is a fun look. Definitely follow the tutorial and try it yourself if you want to. It is a beautiful look. It turned out really beautiful on me. I'm really shocked that I could even do it. I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this or not. But I ended up really enjoyed it. But over and all, guys, I really am going to enjoy this palette. I think it's going to be a great addition to some of my other ones that I have by her. I was in the beginning, I was a little scared because I was like, well, I don't know if this is really going to work or not. But, I was really excited for this palette. I just think it's going to be a great addition to any of the other ones that I have. Even some of my Pat McGrath palettes, I think it would be a great addition to. That is it, guys. I hope you like this little, Natasha Denona / tutorial / with a video type thing. I will leave some other creators down below that have left video reviews on it too, if you want to watch their video on their opinion and maybe get some other looks with the palette. But with that said, guys, that is it. Just remember to please be safe, be strong, be proud, stand tall, love yourself. Remember to tell someone that you love them today, because remember, time is just a little bit too short, or life is just a little bit too short. And also remember to be kind to people, because a little kindness can go off a long way. And I'm really excited that we got to play with this palette today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again in the next episode. Take care. Bye.